What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about two gaming companies that are taking very divergent paths. One gaming company that has always been very gamer friendly, very consumer friendly, and may have had a little disaster at one point, but they took accountability for that and they have moved forward in a very good way. This company has also been very, in touch with the community and just generally knows what gamers want. This other company recently, let's say, has been very, corporate greed-like, and seems like they're just selling out to shareholders nowadays. Now, these two companies are Projekt Red and Rockstar. Now, I want to start this comparison off with some pretty recent news from Rockstar Games. So exciting. They are allowing you now to upgrade your version of Grand Theft Auto 5 PS4 to a PS5 version for free now. I know, it's crazy, guys. You can finally upgrade that for free. The game came out, the PlayStation 4 version came out in 2014, so 12 years later, they're allowing you to upgrade that for free after they made sure to squeeze every last dollar out of you. Now, I gotta give Rockstar some credit. They did allow you the ability to upgrade to the full PlayStation 5 version for $10, but it was only for 3 months, right when the PlayStation 5 version released. They said, you get 3 months, we'll give you the full game for $10. Yeah, that's a nice little promo, okay, I guess. But after that promo was over, it always cost $10 to upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 version. And that's not even counting the PS3 to the PS4 version as well. So Rockstar really makes sure they get all the money out of you before they're like, oh, you can do this for free now in 2026, guys. So let's compare that to CD Projekt Red, and let's compare that to at least The Witcher to start off. For The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, they gave us literally a next-gen update for free, no problem. And if you don't even have that game yet, you can usually find it on the PlayStation Store on a sale, which, I feel like that game goes on sale all the time. You can usually find it on sale between $8 and $15. If you want physical, you can probably find it on sale around that same range. Relatively cheap, full game, complete edition, everything, and you're getting the next-gen version completely for free. They're not making you wait 12 years like Rockstar is, or honestly, Take-Two Interactive, but we'll discuss that a little later. But their other game, Cyberpunk 2077, yeah, I know there was a little bit of a debacle at launch, but I believe they really took accountability for that, and they have relatively regained my trust with the amount of updates that game had, and they invested, I think it was like $100 million into fixing that game. So it's not like they left that broken. Unlike Rockstar's Trilogy Complete Edition. I haven't played it, but I did hear it has a couple issues going on with it. So, and the fact that they also, and this is going to a whole nother subject. I don't want to get too off topic, but the big news is PlayStation dropping physical games, and the whole Rockstar not allowing you to download the older, like San Andreas, and delisting them from the stores, and so you can only get those remastered versions that don't even run well and are buggy. Sounds very Rockstar Take-Two Interactive to me. So no, Cyberpunk as well, giving you a full-blown next-gen version as well for free. Also a PS5 Pro version for free. They didn't even have to do that because it's literally PlayStation Pro. You pretty much already have the top tier version of Cyberpunk on PC, and then they're doing whatever they can with Xbox, but they didn't even need to do a PlayStation 5 Pro version, and they took the time to do that. Meanwhile, I'm looking at, I just named two of the CD Projekt Red games, but even taking a look at Red Dead Redemption 2. What are they doing with that? What's Rockstar doing with that? Where's the PS5 update? People have been asking for it. People have been asking for that for a while, to be honest. Even just like letting people boost the frame rate on consoles. No next-gen update for that at all. Meanwhile, once again, CD Projekt Red saying, you know what, you guys wanted new Witcher DLC? New Witcher expansion? We're giving you that. Now, granted, The Witcher 4 is going to come out some point in a couple years. I don't think that's close, really, but probably they're giving us a little something in between. They're giving us a little, I don't know, they just say it's not little. They say it's like the size of a full-blown expansion. They're giving us a whole-blown expansion for a game that's been out, I think, like over a decade. That is amazing. I I can't imagine Rockstar doing anything like that. Now, I also do want to make sure I mention the structure of these companies. CD Projekt Red is still a publicly owned company, but it's relatively independent and they do not want to be bought by any large company. The founders own a large percentage of the company, so they're very invested in making sure that the gamers are respected, and it's a gamer first company, it's a consumer first company. And I know I'm sounding like I'm bootlicking defending them, but I just hope it stays that way. And they just seem like kind of like they're a large company. I mean, CD Projekt Red is still a massive company. These are AAA titles that cost a lot to make, and I really hope they stick to that and just don't ever let any big corporation buy them out, because Rockstar on the other end is owned by Take-Two Interactive, and I would figure Take-Two Interactive is making a lot of these decisions here, a lot of these financial decisions, making the game cost, the GTA 6 cost $80 at launch, even more for the premium special edition. I haven't really looked into that. I'm not really the type to buy games on release. If you look at one of my videos, I'm more of a patient gamer, but nonetheless, charging a bunch for that game, first of all, and then, out of any company that can get away with it, it's gonna be them. But then, and I feel like I have to talk about this, it's like so breaking news, obviously. They're not releasing a disc version. It's gonna be all digital. Now, PlayStation, as we know, dropped some terrible news. They're getting rid of all digital, getting rid of all disc in 2028. But that is not till 2028. Rockstar still had plenty of time to go and make a disc version, and they just said, no, we want to make sure we maximize our profitability for this. And I think in terms of like that being a big corporation, I think that's Take-Two doing that kind of thing. Take-Two is the same company that owns Gearbox Software, which makes another one of my favorite games, the Borderlands games. And honestly, with all of the like pre-order bonuses and random like expansion packs and DLCs that Borderlands has, you can just tell it is definitely owned by a bigger corporate entity. It's kind of insane. I usually, for the Borderlands games at this point, I just go and wait till most of that is out so I can buy at a lower price. CD Projekt Red, that is the beauty of not being owned by not being a subsidiary of some big corporate entity. And I think CD Projekt Red also self-publishes. They're relatively independent. There's still shareholders, and the founders still own like I think 20% of the company, but there's no big executives saying, oh, this is how exactly things are gonna have to be. We're gonna have to charge this amount, blah, blah, blah. CD Projekt Red can charge whatever they want for the game because they do not have some big ownership by some big corporate company, which honestly, I wish more game developers could do that. It is amazing what they're able to do with being such a large AAA studio without any of that. So I definitely think that is a big negative on Rockstar Games. It definitely hurts. And just going back to that fact, like the fact that they could have really gone physical. Right here, I brought this just to show you. I can see this is everything that came with Cyberpunk 2077. You got the manual. You got these like really cool postcards they gave. And I remember getting this and I was like, this is pretty cool. You got the whole like Night City map. I'm not gonna open the whole thing, but it's a full size, pretty large map of Night City. And so is Rockstar saying like, we're not gonna get any of that stuff now since it's a fully digital, release? That is honestly kind of sad, especially since they could do it before this whole thing with PlayStation, which is just a whole nother thing that sucks, to be honest with you. Missed a couple things I wanted to show you. So this is like the PlayStation 4 version of Cyberpunk 2077. And it also came with like all the stickers, came with this little welcome to Night City thing, and then came with their CD Projekt Red store, which, you know, I'm fine with. They want to sell some merch, no problem with that. But like this was a really nice thing, and all the other stuff I showed you wasn't actually in here. There was another like over cover on top of this to fit the map and everything, but these are games I do like to buy physically. I do buy both physical and digital. It's usually just contingent on price for me. If something is under a certain price threshold, I will buy it physically. I mean, I will buy it digitally. Games I really enjoy a lot, like Cyberpunk, sometimes I'll just go ahead and buy them physically regardless of the price on digital. But I'm not tied to any specific, if it's digital or physical. I like both. I would say my threshold is around like at least under $30 on digital. And that's if it comes with like, that's the ultimate edition. If it's not an ultimate edition that's coming with all the expansion or DLC, I would probably pay a little less for it. But I do not think PlayStation should be getting rid of disc, but this is a video where I'm discussing that. This was just really me. Just wanted to discuss a little bit about how I feel like Rockstar's just been going down this path of getting more greedy, and it's probably Take-Two Interactive to blame. Meanwhile, CD Projekt Red, a company that has, you know, no big corporate ownership, is just getting better and better. I almost forgot one thing too. Rockstar released that Grand Theft Auto trilogy that I haven't played it, so I'm only speaking based on what I heard. I heard it's a hot mess. And I think, I'm hoping, you know, I don't wanna say jinx it, but I'm hoping CD Projekt Red, if you don't know, they're making a remake of The Witcher 1, and I just believe they're gonna just cook with that now. This could come back to bite me saying that, but based on what I've seen from them so far, and hopefully they learn from the mistakes they made, I don't see them doing some weak remaster that Rockstar did with that. And I also don't see them for any upgrades that happen on any game from say PS6 to PS7. You know, I don't see them charging $10 for upgrades always. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give me a subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.